I fight dirty though, and poke him in his eyes. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And I feel like at the minute, the creative industries, we're just under a little bit of pressure at the moment. We've got AI. We've got robots. We've got all sorts of technology trying to take our jobs. And I'm not having it. And I know they can be quite helpful, and I think it's important to use AI, robots, and all of that kind of other stuff as a tool, but not to replace an actual human being. And anyway, I was on TikTok the other day, and I came across this artist who does use a robot to make their work for them, but under their supervision. And their name's Florian Markus, and they create some very colourful, wiggly, abstract paintings using only a robot. The robot creates the entire painting, and I thought it was quite interesting, although I don't know how I feel about it. I'm very conflicted. I think the paintings look super fun and super cool, but the fact that a robot's actually doing the work for the artist, I don't know how to feel. Should I feel a certain way? I'm not sure. But today I thought I would try a little bit of an experiment and see if an artist can beat a robot. Now I'm just going to do it with my own hand, and I have a feeling it's actually going to be very, very tricky and really difficult to do. Okay, so I've got a canvas here. I'm assuming Markus plots the actual canvas out themselves. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know whether they kind of get a robot to do that too. But basically I'm going to need to draw some wiggly lines on here so I know exactly where I'm going. If I do this just with a paintbrush and some paint, it will absolutely go wrong. We'll just see how it goes. It's about an artist trying to beat a robot. So you want that kind of artistic touch, don't you? I have no idea if this is actually how they make theirs, but I'm just trying my best. I don't actually understand, because some of their painting disappears within a painting. If you look at that, some of their lines actually go under. So the robot must stop at certain points and start again. That makes it way more difficult. It makes it almost impossible, actually. I thought it was just all on top of each other. Well, I know I'm set up to fail, aren't I? How can I beat a robot? I can't. You know what? I might make a nicer version of the robot painting. I have a funny suspicion I'm not going to, but I'm going to try. Okay, I think that's an interesting start. I think it's an interesting composition. I think it'll look okay. I don't know. I feel like I want a little one here as well. Just like a random one off to the side. So I've basically got one simple single line, and now I need to draw lines within the lines until I get right to the centre. It's obviously difficult because I don't know how far the line should really be. I'm just hoping for the best. And although this person uses a robot, I can actually imagine there's a lot of maths involved. Oh my God! I'm starting to realise that as I'm doing it. And if you're familiar with my channel, you'll know I'm absolutely shocking at maths.
I'm allergic, it would kill me.
To sharpen my pencil, typical. Do I even have a pencil sharpener? I do own a pencil sharpener. It was a comically large pencil sharpener. I don't know where I got it from. Anyway, back to drawing. Get all these wiggles done. Oh! I already feel like a robot would be able to make more sense of this than I can. I've drawn this myself, and I'm lost. Where are you? All the lines just blend into one another. Oh, I'm so screwed. This is never gonna look good, but I can't give up. This is the whole point. I'm here to beat a robot. I need to prove to society and the world we're currently living in that humans aren't useless and we can do things. A robot's not taking my job. It's not allowed. Not if I have anything to do with it. So I feel like I've got all my pencil marks down. The problem I thought I was going to have is holding my paintbrush steady with the paint. I didn't think this was going to be the hardest part. I don't know whether you can see any of the lines on there, but if anyone can make sense of any of that, well then, fantastic, because I have no idea what I've done. So now that that part's done, I need to add my paint to this. And I thought I would go for this paint. So I felt like I needed a soft body acrylic paint that wasn't a pour paint, because if it was too liquidy, it's going to go everywhere. But I don't want a heavy body paint because because it's not going to kind of have that fluidity and drag. So I'm hoping this is the right choice. If it isn't, I'm screwed. I've got no other option. But I think they're going to be quite fun because they're in little pouches. How cute is that? Obviously, I've seen loads of brands of paint in these pouches and I've never actually tried them before. But I think they look super cute, don't they? I think the good thing about this as well is you can get literally every drop of paint out the packet. So I just want to choose my colours. I'm going to go for a blue, a pink. I don't think I want a black because I think a black will end up muddying things too much. They look nice together. That'll look nice. That will. That will. I'll have some white. Ooh, orange. That one and that one. Is that too many colours? Yes! I don't know. Or is it not enough colours? Yes! I don't know. I kind of want another colour. You know what? I'll chuck that one in as well. You dirty slag! Alright, let me go back to their videos because I know they put their paint in a very specific way and I can't remember what they did.
I don't know what big fat fucking rock.
Alright, calm down. I swear TikTok's got so many angry people on it. Like they just need to chill out a bit. Just being like sworn at and it's the first video I opened. Right, so you put the same colour across each section, it looks like. Right, I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Lies.
I'm assuming you'll have to be quite quick with this because you don't want the paint to dry. But also it's really difficult to be quick because it's quite a large painting. You want to add like a very even stroke of paint across specific sides and then say it's going to turn to blue and then maybe it goes back to yellow, but like a brighter yellow. I don't think you have to be too precious with this part because it's all just going to kind of get mixed into one. I think. I'm saying this as if I know what I'm doing. I don't. I'll go for a bit of green over here. This is either going to look really good or it's literally just going to look like an absolute mess. And I also have to remember not to cover the lines because I need to see where I'm actually going. Then we'll go for purple up here. I do think you want to use quite a lot of paint. I hope so because I'm using a shitload. Again, I'm trying to be as quick as I can because I don't want any of the paint to dry up. It's interesting looking at the actual paint on the canvas. It kind of looks like, oh yeah, I see what you're doing. But in my brain, I'm like, I have no idea. I really genuinely don't. I also feel like I'm using too many colours.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. These paints have a habit of like firing a little bit out. A bit of premature ejaculation. Rude.
Oh my god, ew, David!
Okay, I've got all my paint, I think, on this canvas. It looks absolutely insane, I know. And now my next step is to basically keep the paintbrush at a certain pressure and at a certain depth and go all the way around every single line and kind of follow it around and mix all the paint. So I'm technically a robot. I don't have a steady hand and I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't think I'm going to beat this robot, but I'm going to try my best. Place your bets now. Will Ant beat this robot? Place it right down in the comments right now. Am I going to make a painting just as good as them? If you get it right, you win a prize. I'm just joking, I'm not going to give you a prize. But you get a little well done.
Yay!
Okay, so I'm finished with my painting and I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit confused and a little bit lost off. In my head, my hand was gonna do a completely different thing and then when it actually got to the painting aspect of it, I was just like, oh, what's happening? Like, I've lost control. My biggest challenge wasn't actually, believe it or not, keeping the paintbrush at a specific distance. My main challenge was actually like doing stuff with the lines. So that's something I learned to do. I'll just show you the original by Florian Markus. And this is what I was intending to go for. This is what I was trying to beat. And this is what I did. And it lacks the sophistication that the original does. Mine looks a bit more childlike, and I tell you what mine looks like. Mine looks like the finger painting equivalent of the original. That's what mine looks like. So although mine doesn't look the same as the one I was trying to go for, weirdly enough, I kind of like mine. I think mine has some sort of like playful charm. And also with mine, it's got like really thick bits, like really chunky, expressive bits and stuff. I don't know, I don't hate it.
Low-life liar!
But feel free to let me know down in the comments who won. I think the robot definitely made a very sophisticated painting, but I think I made more of an expressive, emotional painting. I think so anyway. This is the symbolic painting of the piece of art you go to the museum and you see on the wall and it costs £10 million. And you're like, why? I could do that. This is it. This is the symbolism. But at least I tried, you know. Beating a robot is quite hard because they're made of metal and stuff and we're made of like fleshy, gooey stuff, so. But they don't have a proper brain, do they, so. Anyway, I think that just about does it for today's video of Artist First Robot. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And I think in conclusion, we should look at robots as a tool. I don't think we should be, you know, having robots replacing us and stuff. I think what Florian Markus does with using a robot to create a painting and using that as a tool, I think it's actually quite interesting. And it's not really cheating, and I understand the concept behind it. I don't think it's like a bad thing at all. At the end of the day, I've been to well-known artists' workshops and studios, and if you ever go into one of them, you don't actually see the artist. You see about 10, 15, 20 other people making their work for them to then say, oh, it's my work, give us £1 million please.
How dare you!
Basically, with every major artist you can probably think of, they've got a fleet of assistants making the artwork for them. And I think that's worse than, you know, having a little robot helping you out with a little bit of painting. That's my thoughts on it anyway.
That's my opinion!
But I'll see you next week for a far less competitive video. Me going against robots. Who am I going to fight next? What's that asshole YouTuber called? He's like a brother or something. Paul someone. I'll fight him. He's always wanting to fight someone, isn't he? I'll fight Dirty though. Poke him in his eyes. He's a little turd anyway, isn't he? Can't stand him. Imagine if I went in a boxing ring and fought someone. YouTubers seem to be doing that all the time. I don't know why. I don't understand the entertainment of punching people in the face. Don't get it. Unless you really like can't stand the person, then that's like, you know, quite fun, isn't it? I'm not really a fighty person though. I'm not an aggressive person. I'm much more of like a chilled, can't be asked person. I think that's the best way to be. Like, you crack on fighting and I'll like, you know, go to bed and play on a game or something. I'll just like eat a Terry's chocolate orange. Oh, or a glass of wine. Yum.